Hello, this is Shaun Thomas, and today I'm going to go over the Lab 3 assignment for EGR425. Um, so first I'm going to go ahead and demo my app. So I'm going to turn that on. And currently it's just this blue screen. Um, but what happens on this screen um, is, as you can see, it makes requests to um, my cloud functions. And it's essentially sending over the proximity data that it gets through the VCNL 4040 and the SHT 4040, and this gets saved into my database. Um, so this data is what gets saved over, and all the user IDs are Dr. Dan 2025. I just have that as a default. Um, but you can change the user ID by setting the parameter in the cloud function. And this is all the stuff that's getting uploaded. The upload time when it got sent to the server, or I guess when the server picked it up. And then time captures when the actual M5 um, recorded the proximity and light sensor data. And then we have the actual data itself right here. Um, so now if I go ahead and click on this button, um, might take a while. It makes a request to my other cloud function that I have here. So this is the first cloud function. This is just the default source code that we were given. And this is for the post request to take data that was given from the M5 that I spoke about earlier. And this right here is new code inside of another function. And this is just a simple GET request that um, will take in, that will just return the latest uploaded information, I guess. Check the database actually. Uh, yeah, the latest time captured. I think, let me check that actually. Cloud upload time. Okay, so the latest thing that was uploaded to the cloud, that's what we're looking for. Um, So yeah, this function does that, and I believe it just takes in the user ID so we know what collection we want to look at, um, or what document, I guess. And there's only one document because that's the default one. Um, but as you can see here, um, that's focusing. It captures, it displays the temperature and humidity from the data that was sent to the database by the M5 at this time. So that was the last one that was sent just right now. And the upload time is the time that the server got the uploaded data. So my server is in Europe-West 1 for some reason. I guess that was just the default. So that's why the upload data right here is 1:22 a.m. And the capture time is 6:22 p.m. because the capture time is the M5's clock and the upload time is the server's clock, so that's why it's so far off. But I believe that's still right. It's just the server is um, in a different time zone. Um, so yeah, I believe that's all of the M5 functionality. So I'm just going to walk through the source code again. So this is the default code, and essentially what happens here is it listens for a post request, um, and then the post request takes the body of the header from M5-header, I believe it's called, or M5-details, and then it will upload all that. It's going to destructure that information as a JSON object, and then it will upload all that JSON into the Firebase Firestore database. Um, and then this new function that I have, just called the Shaun-lab3- function. And what happens here is it will look inside the collection given a user ID, or it looks inside the database for a given document with the user ID name, and then it will get all the information. It'll look through all that information and then find the one that has the latest cloud upload time, and then it's going to return that. Um, so that's all of the cloud stuff. So now I'm going to look through some of the M5 code. Um, so these are my new functions. Uh, this just formats the time into human readable format. Um, and then this makes the HTTP request that we're looking for, does some string concatenation with my new endpoint for my my uh, get HTTP request. Um, and then pretty much just destructures it and then returns it as a JSON. Um, or I guess it doesn't return it, but saves it as a JSON for other functions to use. Then we have this draw cloud screen, which just draws the UI, and I believe that's all of the new stuff I need to show. Um, yes. And so here in the main loops where I call it by pressing the C button. Um, and then here we just fill the screen and then um, add all our data. There's a little waiting screen for when it's making their response or making the request and waiting for the response. And then also a little error handling as well. Um, so yeah, I believe that's all the functionality I want to show for EGR425 Lab 3.